Hey guys, Kara here, and today I have a little bit of an interesting one for you. I have a gameplay of the new Push PvP mode, which just released yesterday, not even 24 hours ago, actually, pretty much exactly 24 hours ago. And yeah, this was the game that actually got me to rank 1 on the leaderboard, which obviously doesn't mean a lot because it's the first day and all that good stuff. And I've actually lost it in the meantime as well, but it doesn't really matter. I just thought it was kind of cool. Anyway, this game starts off pretty fucking rough. With me just getting perma CC'd and dying after stun breaking twice. Yeah, so the idea is I'll walk you through some thoughts while I play this. I was playing Condi Rev with a Spear, which just got nerfed. It didn't feel the best, but it definitely felt kind of good for this mode in particular because you can kind of just goop all over the place. So yeah, that's what I was playing. I got kind of bored of playing bunker stuff. So yeah, here I just try to contest this node against this Mesmer because he's pushing the card and no one's really paying attention, but I get plus here by another man. I think this is the Spellbreaker. Try to knock them off the node to like push it back a little bit, but now I'm kind of in a 4v1 situation here. Try to live as best as I can, but I'm completely slowed and I can't really get out, and I just die here essentially. Also, I want to mention this game starts off very rough, but then it kind of escalates pretty quickly. Which I haven't seen happen a lot is like comebacks in this game mode, and this was like a very, very good comeback, which is why I decided to also upload it. So yeah, here I just see that this Necro is kind of isolated, but I get jumped from behind. Try to jump in there, get some cleave out, which is basically what I want to do. Is just like a bunch of like spam Condis on the node. I get jumped by this man outside of node, which isn't really a big issue unless like I die here, which I do actually. Um, but usually when people chase you off node, it isn't that big of a deal because the node is very, very important in this game mode specifically. So yeah, I see this guy's out of position, so I try to kill him and peel for my teammate here who is almost dead. It works pretty well, and I actually get this down. However, I stomp him, which I shouldn't do because the respawn timer is only 10 seconds long in this game mode, and the map is pretty small. So bleeding him here would have been ideal. I'll just try to like put more goop on the ground again, try to pressure them, get a pull in, try to just do as much damage as I can, maybe get a rally on this teammate. I don't think we do, no. And my whole team crumbles again. My Spellbreaker is dead, my other Spellbreaker is also in downside, and I'm just gonna go down as well because I'm 1v3. So yeah, there's that. I'm gonna cut the part out where I bled out there because there's no real point in you seeing that I just died and nothing really happened. My Spellbreaker just rallies, but no, my Soul Beast just rallies and my Spellbreaker goes down, but this is pretty fine because we also have it down and we actually get it. So my Spellbreaker rallies here, and that leaves us in a position of having a 5v2, I believe. Yes. And I see the buff is coming up, so I'm going for the buff because this is very, very powerful. It makes it so the enemy can contest a node if you're not in the lead for 20 seconds and if you are in the lead for 10 seconds, and the guy actually gives me the node for free, which means we get to push this card for 20 seconds for free, which is pretty big. So that's what we're just doing. They're regrouping in the back and we're pushing the card as far as we possibly can. Try to get some distance in on them so they can't just like wipe us and instantly return to where they were. I see this Necro is pretty pressured. He goes into Shroud as a second HP bar, but I'm still Condi bombing him. I'm pretty sure he's playing Death Magic, so he doesn't actually cleanse. And he actually dies because of that in the end. I think he gets bannered here. Yes, he does. So that's unfortunate from our side. This Mesmer is very out of position, but I guess I didn't see that in that moment. But my teammates did, so he gets pressured off node. And this Necro is pretty much not long for this world at this point, and neither is this Spellbreaker, who's getting kind of Condi blasted by me. That's one thing this build is very good at, I would say, is like a sheer overwhelming amount of Condis, even if the Condis don't do the most amount of damage, because it's Torment. Like your main Condi is Torment. It still does like pretty good like spam Condis, I guess. So I get a knock on that Reaper, which actually takes him out in the end, and I get a another CC on the body there because they were trying to res. So we're in a 5v3 situation right now. I want to get this guy off node really bad so we can actually use that to push. Unfortunately, he dies on node, so we can't bleed him. We have to finish him. And we're just going to continue pushing the node. Here, this guy gets tethered. He's on 3%, so I try to finish him off. And now we have a really good snowball. I don't want to cleave this out so we can actually like profit off of the snowball. My teammate leaves it out, but I think it worked out pretty well because otherwise they might have gotten the res. So we're still in a 4v5 for a little bit. I'm peeling for my teammate here who's getting pressured with my pole, which is very good. I got like 3 people with that pole or 2, and he actually lives because of that. Now this Reaper wastes his elite pretty not so goodish, I guess you could say. But we're back to another team fight. I'm pulling them together, just doing what I do best on this build, just putting a fuck ton of conditions everywhere. Near the node, this guy actually will go down just because of the sheer amount of conditions. He's probably on death magic as well. So he can't really like live through that. He only really has like what's it called? The blue ability. I forgot what it's called. It makes Condis like go to enemies near you instead of you. I think it's called Suffer actually. I'm gonna put it up on screen. And yeah, that's his only really source of cleanse, I guess, besides Staff 4. If he's not on Blood Magic. So it works out in my favor. And I can obviously also bring his conditions back to himself with my F2 on the Malix. So this guy in the back is pretty much dead. These 2 people die. There's a down there. I try to assist my teammate who goes down, but he immediately rallies. And we actually came back very well this game, I guess. Because, yeah, this guy's also dead now. They're just infinitely staggered and snowballed running in 1 by 1 because they kind of have to. I mean, we're kind of close to their finish line, and I tried to get the buff here to ensure that we can push further. And this buff basically like guarantees that we win the game at this point. Like getting this is the win basically, because now we get to push the node for free for 10 seconds. If it didn't bug out there, I'm pretty sure that would have just been enough to win the game right then and there, because now we're basically on top of the point, but it stopped moving for 2 seconds and it didn't really like, it wasn't quite enough because that happened. But now they all have to like sit on node the entire time, because if they go out, we just win. And I'm trying to pull them out of the node here, trying to just like do as much damage as I can, try and knock them out, maybe get a sneaky like pull in. Not pull, sorry. I mean like get them off the node, so maybe we just win the game off of that. And I just get a fuck ton of cleave out, and they basically all just die, and there's nothing they can really do. So that was that. That was amazing. So yeah, we win the game, and I get rank 1 Pog. Very cool. And yeah, that was that. Thank you guys for watching. And if you have any questions about the mode, you can leave them down below, and I will try to answer them as fast as I can. Otherwise, you can also just join my Discord and type in there, or DM me. I can always like respond to your questions there faster. And yeah, all of this was recorded live, by the way. So if you want to check that out, my Twitch is in the description. It is twitch.tv/CarolynDNB. And I hope you guys have a nice rest of your day. Bye bye.